Have a pleasant day, everyone. Welcome once again to the JERVIN Eagle Viewpoints. This is a vlog site wherein we tackle issues, we chat, we exchange ideas regarding the simplest to the most complicated issues that surrounds the society, whatever it is under the sun. Thank you very much for spending time with us. This very moment, let me start this vlog with a verse of reflection found in 2 Timothy 2:15. And it says, "Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needs not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." I want to underscore the word study. Because if you will not study, your brain will have no contents. If you have no contents, you have nothing to share. A pleasant day of vlogging, dear aficionados. This is your friend and content provider, Prospero Gonzaga Jr., known to my students as Sir Noy. Our issue of focus this moment is squeezing only the squeezable. Bring back the glory to the Academe. Again, squeezing only the squeezable, bringing back the glory to the Academe. The Academe is always respected and valued as documented and recorded in history. When we refer to education, it always connotes integrity, dignity, and respect. However, this kind of emblem is now endangered to be just a moniker or a historical annals, more than the valued meaning that it was supposed to carry with it in the present era. Before, only the squeezable are squeezed, for it is senseless to squeeze something without juice, unless we artificially heat the juice to the juicer or in the juicer and let it look like it was squeezingly juicy. A decade ago, people improved their educational attainment by virtue of further learning, which invigorates into a graduate degree and even to a postgraduate degree. The intention is noble, and that is to further enhance a previously owned personal and professional skills for the benefit of the learners and other stakeholders in the Academe. Moving forward in this direction is seen as a challenge, okay? And it is something that can be dignified in the things that we do, especially as qualifications and portfolios don't specify this. Why? Because these professionals who want to learn more are actually intellectually armed already. They just want polishing and updating of their cerebral armory. In short, they just want to be squeezed better, having juice within already as proven. A decade later, the purpose of advancing one's education changed 180 degrees, meaning almost the complete opposite from its pioneering ideation. Today, people go for graduate and postgraduate degrees for positional, remuneration, and at times personal gratification purposes. Things that will wrongly shape educational advancement in the present ages. Thus, we keep on squeezing something in the first place we know has limited or no juice at all. This was even projected with added illumination to me when one of my students in college said, "Sir, I have tried my best to learn from this class. I maximized tolerance, but it seemed impossible to really salvage even just a quart of a knowledge. Imagine a quart of a knowledge. This is alarming, disturbing, and at the very least, disgusting. Did it arrive to the point wherein professionals cover their incompetence with graduate and postgraduate education just to prove that they are capable in paper? Yet, it is another question if the paper can be if the paper can be a practical reality or a functional validity. Again, let me repeat that point. It's one question to be qualified on paper, it's another if you can prove what is written on that qualifying paper. That is why, a decade ago, when people move up in learning, that is because they can be better than their greatly performing abilities already. Take note of that. They have abilities already. Today, because there is conscious knowledge to the anemic abilities, competitions, false invigorations, many facade their careers with these degrees to get command of an opportunity by virtue of papered authority and not by virtue of proven capacity. This is already the greatest fallacy of the academic decade. This is somewhat a circumvention of what the forefathers of education may have in their hearts. Remember, they don't have any degrees to prove, even a bachelor's degree. They just teach under the tree and their students learn from them. Alexander learned under the tree from Aristotle. Aristotle learned under the tree from Plato. Plato learned under the tree from Socrates. It's not about their advanced education. It's about the real contents of their gray matters or their brain. This is the opposite of this, actually, is providing artificial juice to a juiceless squeeze that is being made. Meaning, how can you extract content when before this facade was given, there was actually no content? Meaning, how can you juice something from something that is juiceless? Why? The present systems inside or outside the academe, even in other institutions and businesses, will never respect capacities, talents, innovative mindsets, logical viewpoints, and even depth of the mind as an area of promotion, position, and even professional commendations, sometimes even hiring. It all boils down to what is seen on paper. If you have a paper that proves that you learned like this, and like that, even unproven in the actual area of educational dissemination and action, you will still get priority. Juices are already there before the squeezing happens. Thus, students are being educated today to be wowed by the credentials rather than those who are capable as witnessed in the classroom. This is the sad part of reality. When elevations in professions are not anymore backed up with logic but rather with sheer self-based ambitions. Dear vloggers and vlog aficionados, it is always the dream of Philippine education that when a student comes out of a classroom, they will be vocal about the learning that they have ingested. It is the dream of Philippine education that a classroom becomes the venue of optimum transfer of knowledge and not just a mere showboarding of educational rank and service records. Gone are the days when the ladder to success is being stepped in order. You become a novice first, then you become an intermediate, and then later on, you become an expert, of which learning really happens in ascension. Sad news? Today, people find work and automatically self-perceive that they have squeezable juices already. This is not anymore about who is teaching you, meaning it's not about the professional ranks, the graduate education, or the unfathomable resume of advanced learning. Rather, it is about if the students learn something from the classroom, may it be that their teacher is not academically decorated, but effectively transferring knowledge to them. It's about time to know what to squeeze. Let us talk about content of education and not the mere paper trails of accomplishments and qualifications that are sometimes over-introducing or overpricing a professional if the delivery of the skill will not be at par with the paper. Education is not pretension. Rather, it's passion of people who wants to transfer knowledge. It doesn't really count a major advantage if they are highly advanced educated. Rather, what will count here is, are their contents sensible, intellectual, in a class designated to them? Another question is, can they transfer knowledge from their intelligent brain to the brains of the students? Furthermore, in a lighter way, the question is, can you still squeeze something from the thing that you are squeezing? A teacher is always a reflection of what is inside his mind and his heart. The problem is, when the mind has anemic content and the heart is bleeding of pride and bleeding with pride, what kind of education will there be which will be the backbone of our future leaders? It's about time to go back to the basics. Let us hire and love teachers for the passion and fire and commitment and content that they have for teaching, which leads to a sensible content provision and valuable lesson formation in life. We don't need a paper-proven magnate or icon who is a liability in the classroom. We need someone who may not have a thick portfolio, but can transfer motivation and create dignified sensibility to the minds of the learners. Again, let us fight, drive away, and stop pretensions and artificial juices in the Academe, so that our learners will have a sensible way of painting their future. In like manner, so that learners can still squeeze something, and then this juice will be used in their own lives. It is very important that we only squeeze the squeezable. This has been your content provider, Bros Gonzaga Jr., known to my students as Sir Noy. Until the next issue that will surface in our multifaceted vlog site, JERVIN Eagle Viewpoints. And that's the way the eagle hooked the prey. God bless and have a great day